Okay, we are back. We're back again. I'm actually going to be doing a Street Fighter 6 Sagat gameplay trailer reaction. I missed it the last time, or at least when it was released last week, I think it was. But here we are, better late than never. Before I really kind of jump into it, trying to take the channel to the next level. So right now I'm multi-streaming or kind of practicing with the multi-streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. So right now it is live. I'm gonna chop it up, see if we can put it on YouTube. Similar to some of the other videos I might have posted, I think I only have two. But I'm gonna just kind of keep the ball rolling, see what happens, see if I can get this channel up and running, get it started. It's gonna be a lot of obviously Street Fighter coverage from the perspective of someone that's not really that great at Street Fighter. I've obviously followed, played for a long time. I'm a gentleman of a certain age, a little older, and I do remember playing Street Fighter 2 as my first Street Fighter coming up. So, Sagat being one of the four of the bosses, this is kind of right up my alley. It's bringing me back to memory lane. So, this is not going to be a raw reaction. I've already watched this trailer, but we're going to go ahead and watch again. For those of you that are watching live, sit back, relax, chill out. I'm gonna just get this thing started. We'll do a little bit of a reaction. We'll take a look and see what his moves are. So I will pivot to take a look at what he looks like, on paper, and then we'll kind of get into it. Here we go.
The man who reached the pinnacle of Muay Thai and then became one of the grand masters of an international terrorist
Okay, he's
organization.
carrying that big tree or tree trunk, not a full tree. Makes me wonder how he chopped it down. Maybe he used a tiger shot. So this stage, Proud Spire, I actually did purchase it. I know I was talking in one of my other videos about not purchasing things, but this one actually was using fighter. Is it the fighter coin? It's not the fighter coin. It's the other one. Drive tickets. Okay, we got the back throw, forward throw. A little bit of a taunt there. Okay, Super 1 beats Ryu. I like that jumping medium punch. Okay, looks like he ended off with a Super 2. Or level 2 Super, I should say. I like his tiger in the background, too. Alright, drive rush into maybe Fierce, stand Fierce. Got a combo there. Okay, EX. I keep saying EX, OD. It's been EX for so many games. Okay, that was a super. It looked like a throw, but it's a super. Okay, dry rush into maybe crouching medium. Finish the combo off with another super. Okay, another super there. Allows for a combo ender into Super 1. There's his drive impact. Big impact on the drive impact. Okay, and that's his level 3 right there. Vicious. Not gonna lie, he looks pretty good. He almost has that JP finish, right? Like he's about to do something to you while you're lying on the ground, kick the body. Give him that Is He Dead kick. Alright, your 3 passes on sale now. No, that was pretty good. It was pretty dope. Let's take a look at some of his moves. I got something queued up here. So, first and foremost, let's see here. So, year 3 additional character, Sagat, the Emperor of Muay Thai. He was once one of the highest ranking members of Shadaloo, but has since left the criminal organization. He currently lives deep in the mountains, focusing only on his training. Height 7'5", weight 306 pounds. He likes strong opponents and tigers. He hates feckless people. I like that. I remember having to look that word up at one point. way back in the day. I like the fact that I think they did a correction on his weight and his height. I think at one point he was a lot lighter. Uh, Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the either the chat or the YouTube comments. But I think they have since made the correction. Being 7'5", 306 pounds, you can kind of tell, right? Just like looking at his like stature, he looks a little on the heavier side. He's not a small person, so 306 pounds isn't terrible at that height. I remember actually watching a video on Kevin Durant, for those of you that follow the NBA, versus Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the thing there was Giannis was a lot bigger, or appeared a lot bigger than Kevin Durant. However, pound for pound or pound for height, Kevin's actually a little bit heavier. I'm sure the video's out there. You can probably check it out. I don't remember who the YouTuber was. But yeah, pound for height, Kevin's a little bit heavier. So, someone like Sagat, he should be on the heavier side, just, based on how he looks, based on how he compares up to the other players or characters. All right, let's go into the command list. This is really what I wanted to jump into. So I did not purchase Sagat yet. I may I may have to wait a little bit, right, for the next paycheck to roll in before I splurge on that season 3 pass. Or Capcom, if you're watching, hook me up. So we got the high tiger shot. I did watch a few videos about this already, so I know that they have relegated the high tiger shot to 2 of his buttons: medium punch and then heavy punch. And if you look over here, the low tiger shot is the low punch, right? So we call it jab back in the day. Very different than it was back in the olden days, of course, where the 3 highs were relegated to the punches, and then the 3 lows were relegated to the kicks, and in order, of course. But this time around, some people believe it's because of the modern controls. They've changed it up. Which I'm fine with. I'm not gonna complain about that. It's we're in a modern day time, so change it up. And funny enough, like, I typically try to change things up with every Street Fighter. Again, I'm not the greatest, but at the very least, when I play Street Fighter, I try to look at the newest characters that are out there and try to kind of play them. I'm just gonna put this in full screen mode. So right now I'm playing a little bit of Manon. I did kind of start off with her, but I'm actually playing Jamie now, and he isn't really he's unlike anyone else. I know he's a little bit of Yun, a little bit of Yang. You mix them two together. He has the Rekkas, very similar to Fei Long, but very much a different type of character. Manon is the same thing, where she plays a little bit like Abel, a little bit like Laura Matsuda from Street Fighter V. However, she has her own thing, right? She has a different move set, slightly the same, but different move set. A little bit of a different game plan when it comes to her. All right, move on to the next move here. Tiger uppercut. That's a classic. So you can see here it's kind of grayed out, so you can use any strength punch in order to pull that off with your typical Shoryuken motion. Moving along, Tiger Knee. Tiger Knee, it looks different as far as the move is concerned. So you can see here is just the quarter circle forward kicks, any strength. Makes you leap forward with this knee strike. You can do the OD version as well. Very different as far as the motion is concerned. Back in the old days, back in my day, in Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, they introduced it as when he was a playable character, as a different type of motion. So I think it was actually down to forward to up, diagonal with kick, and that would allow you to pull it off. And I know, back in the old days, we used to call the Tiger Knee motion whenever we were trying to do certain moves. It is no longer the Tiger Knee motion, at least in this modern day and time. It's quarter circle forward kick. Moving along, Tiger Nexus. A lot of people are saying this is very similar to the Ken Dragon Lash move, where you get these follow-ups afterwards. So the initial quarter circle back kick allows you to do that initial move that shows up on the screen there. It does allow you to do an OD version of it with the 2 kicks. I'm saying OD right, yes. Okay, so overdrive motion. And then you got these 3 follow-ups. So you got forward, low kick or light kick, forward medium kick, right? And then forward fierce or roundhouse, excuse me, roundhouse or high kick. So I'm saying high kick, it should be heavy kick, right? Heavy kick. But anyway, there you have it. So you got your 3 follow-ups, which I think look pretty impressive. So I think this one here, it's an overhead attack, right? So allows you to kind of catch people that are blocking low on that first initial hit. This next one here is the high. So perform that Tiger Nexus, allows you to move before your opponent, even when it is blocked. So very much a plus move. I like to use plus and minus. I think I used that earlier in my earlier videos. And then this one here allows you to move before your opponent when it is blocked, or go for a follow-up attack when it's hit. So very much, allows you to get that extra oomph, if you will. Probably allows you to juggle thereafter, the way I kind of see that. Before I move on to the super arts, no mention here of Kara moves, but from what I can tell from some gameplay that I've already watched, I think the Kara Tiger Uppercut is in there, so allows you to get a little bit of extra distance if you're a little further away. So for those of you that are old school, used to play maybe CVS2 or some of the old school games back in the day, very much is a thing, I believe, with Sagat and his newest iteration. Moving along to the super arts, we got the Tiger Cannon. All right, so this is Ryu's fireball, if you will. I don't know how many hits that is. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even count those up, but I'm sure it showed in the video and I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, very simple there. Quarter circle forward ×2 and punch. Any punch, and it'll kind of come out for you there. So that's your super 1. Super 2. So we saw all those follow-ups, right? So we got a neutral, we got a forward, a back, and a down. So depending on how you end it, I suppose. So it starts off with your quarter circle back kicks, and then any one of those kicks. So the neutral, let's see what this one does. So that ends in that kind of grab and then that forward kick. All right, so I don't think you can do a follow-up after that. I think once they're knocked down, it's a hard knockdown. No OTGs or anything like that. It looks like they're far enough away. This one here, let's see. Usually with that first one, I think it's like a higher damage move. This one allows for an actual follow-up. You see, he juggles them upward, right? So it looks like, allowing further follow-up if you're holding that forward. I'll go now to the next one here. So Savage Tiger Pendulum, if you hold back. Let's see here. So, okay, so it actually does a little bit of a side switch if you're looking to switch sides with the opponent. Maybe you're in the corner and you want to kind of get them in the corner. That's a really good move there. So very much based on situational awareness. Moving now to the last one here. So Savage Tiger Stomp. So let's see here. So I'm just kind of reading this. Slams the opponent into the ground at your feet, allowing you to continue to pressure with your offense. So Oki, right? Gives you some Oki. You can kind of maybe follow up with maybe some meaty moves there. I've seen people try to do like a meaty Tiger Uppercut. I don't think that's a thing. So if anything, maybe it's a crouching medium kick or something like that. Crouching medium punch. Usually those are really good for some meaty moves, and allows you to get some follow-up with your drive rush if that is something that he's able to cancel into. Some moves or some characters don't allow for that to happen, but I know a lot of the roster do allow for them to have some sort of a crouching medium into drive rush cancel. All right, last but not least is level 3. Looks like it's the quarter circle forward kicks ×2. Tiger Vanquisher. I'm just going to look at this. I didn't really get a good look. I just want to... All right, so it kind of does some kicks to the legs there. Very vicious attack. Hits you at the end. I was going to say, is it similar to Tiger Genocide? Not really. Not really like Tiger Genocide in, I think about Street Fighter Alpha with his super there. But vicious nonetheless. I'm assuming very much is the big damage combo, right? So allows you to do what you do. We saw in the trailer, I think a lot of people can opt to do like if you want to spend all three, you can do the Tiger Vanquisher, so that's your level 3 there, or you can kind of do some mix and match, right? So you can do the level 2 into your level 1. So we saw that in the trailer. So very much so. I don't know what the damage would look like. I imagine if you're not below that 25% threshold, it might be a better cash out to do your level 2 into level 1. Whereas if you are below the 25%, getting that critical art might do a little bit more damage, right? So that's something I think those of you that are Sagat heads will have to play around with. All right, we got some unique attacks here. Let's see, we got an overhead. Yeah, Sagat has had that overhead in previous games. Definitely Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4. It's a good way to kind of catch people that are trying to, block low. We got a Tiger Monolith here. This looks like a really good move that you can, do some special cancels into. Maybe even maybe your level 1 super. So something to look into. You got your low step kick. All right, so let's take a look at that. I didn't really get a good look. Okay, it's kind of cool. I'm not sure. Let me just read this. A big stepping low attack that cannot be blocked standing. So maybe if you want to like trick people into some high-low mix-ups, maybe there's something there. Probably is also cancelable as well. I'm not sure. I have to take a look maybe when we're looking at them. High step kick. So definitely I've seen this move before, right? Is coming back. So a forward moving attack that allows you to act before an opponent even if blocked. Maybe this is where you can get your Kara cancel, your Kara Tiger uppercut, right? So I know in games past you'd be able to kind of do the startup and then cancel right into your Tiger uppercut just to get a little bit more extra distance, throw people off guard. All right, so we got looks like a combo here. So medium kick, heavy kick, a 2-hit combination attack with long range. All right, so pretty cool there. Doesn't look like you can get like a startup cancel into it. I think this is where you kind of get your startup, and then maybe some follow up afterward, right? So something to play around with there. Tiger Sting. So we got another combo here. So let's just see. I'm just gonna take a look here. All right, so it does a little bit of a knockdown. So maybe if you can catch someone off balance, if they with a move, I wouldn't maybe suggest starting off your combos like this unless you see that whiff and you can punish. Maybe that's a good opportunity. Maybe dash up forward as well. Get a meaty move on them. Okay, we'll move along here. We got another command combo here. All right, so crouching medium into heavy. This looks pretty interesting. So they do remain standing. Not sure exactly what you can do afterward. Maybe it goes into drive rush. Not sure, but definitely something we can take a look at. Tiger Rise. Okay, so that definitely looks like you can do something afterward, right? So it actually says a 2-hit combination attack that can be canceled into super arts. So very much something interesting there. All right, we got his forward throw. Let's just take a look at that. Bomb. All right, cool. Gives you some distance. And then your back throw. Yeah, we saw that earlier as well. Not sure if you want to do a drive rush afterward. All right, so his drive impact. Okay, let's look at his drive reversal. All right, drive parry. All right, pretty cool. Looks cool enough. All right, this is what I want to see here. Oh, slow moving on the parry drive rush, right, or the drive rush. Yeah, very slow. Let's look at his cancel drive rush. All right, looks pretty cool, right? So you see he does the standing roundhouse into the drive rush. Yeah, very much an interesting character. Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on him. I, for one, will rent him to begin with. Maybe do some gameplay. Not today. I'm a little bit tired after work. Long day's work, gentlemen and ladies. But maybe in the days to come, I might do like a little bit of a stream on my 1 hour rental. I've kind of hoarded some of those rentals so I can play some of the new characters as they come out. So definitely gonna save one for some of the characters that are to come as well in season 3. But anyway, here we are. We made it through this video. I'll post this one, see if I can chop it up a little bit for YouTube, do some things a little bit differently than I did in the previous videos. Even I did something different with the lighting, but anyway, that's some behind the scenes stuff that y'all don't probably care about right now. But that was Sagat. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, put it all in there as far as like your comments. Definitely interested to know, what did you think about Sagat? How does he compare against his Street Fighter 2 iteration all the way up until now? Yes, I realize he was in Street Fighter 1, not playable of course, but Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition and up. Let me know what you think. That's all I got. Peace.